I would define it as commercial scale urban farming using aquaponics in a controlled environment greenhouse. Motivation was the city, looking around and seeing so much unused land, so many spaces that could be productive if only the right technique and the right technology were applied. And that was the inspiration, is the city itself. I think after some study and some work, I found that growing a fresh product next to the market, inside of the market, was really an opportunity that was just waiting, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. When we first came to this lot, the owner of the lot said to us, "Can you actually imagine anything growing here?" And I said to him, "Yes, that's why I'm here." And I think for Shockey, it was a leap of faith too.
Oh, it's a huge leap of faith. I mean, my background is in food service and gourmet food retail, and I've always wanted to be the farmer that sold us the produce. But to actually do that, you quit your job, you come out to this desolate parking lot, it's boiling hot in the summer and freezing cold in the winter, and you just got to, keep moving forward somehow. You just have to keep, despite, any problems you have, you have your bad days or good days, and you just have faith,
And a to-do list.
And a to-do list. To-do list helps also. There definitely can be a pretty big disconnect between the restaurant and the farmer. A couple of the places I worked, we knew our farmers really well, and that's sort of where I got my inspiration or my desire to maybe be a farmer, work with my hands, grow things, make things, as opposed to just sell them. And definitely I think that industry is growing in Chicago. I worked at a company called Pastoral. It was a great opportunity. It introduced me to a lot of, sort of opened my mind to what was possible, small farmers and great products.
Part of what we're doing is figuring that out. What we're doing is so different than what's commonly available. We have to figure out how to sell it. What's the best way to sell it? We want to maintain all of the qualities, the freshness. We can harvest this in the morning, and it can be on plates for lunch that afternoon. And that's valuable. We want to try to work with a buyer who will get this to people who will be eating it as quickly as possible. We're really focusing on restaurants and markets at this point who will recognize our premium quality and the freshness of our product. And I think that in the future, there's a lot of place for this type of growing in a vertically integrated food service business, where a market or where a restaurant will have a farm like this on site and be able to grow exactly what they need at any time of the year.
I will say that it has been surprisingly difficult to convince people, not necessarily convince them of the value of that freshness of that local food aspect, but the industry is ingrained in a status quo that doesn't necessarily allow for this type of production, and sort of figuring out how to make it work with the organizations that already have their food process set up has been a bit of a challenge.
This facility here, we can grow up to 92,000 heads of lettuce a year and 7,500 pounds of fish per year in our 10,250 square foot greenhouse. Now, we built this by ourselves, more or less, 2 guys, a few contractors, and if we have more resources and we had, maybe a little more expertise, we could build larger facilities that really could supply all of the city if they were big enough.